key partnerships to further the preservation of human rights. He is a graduate of DePaul University and McCormick Theological Seminary. He is currently pursuing a Doctor of Ministry degree. He's not there yet. He told me don't call him doctor yet, with an emphasis on African-centered religious thought and ministry. Listen to this. Under the deanship of Reverend Dr. Jeremiah Wright. And so we're so honored to have him. We have another profound brother, Dr. Zach Mills. He's the author of the award-winning biography, The Last Blues Preacher, a biography about Chicago's civil rights hero, the late, the great Reverend Clay Evans, which was published by Fortress Press in 2018. He is a communications instructor and consultant who studies race, religion, rhetoric, and media. Dr. Mills graduated from Western Kentucky University in 2003 with a major in print journalism and a minor in religious studies. He has 2 master's degrees from Vanderbilt University, a Master of Divinity with an emphasis in social justice, and a Master of Arts focusing on African American preaching. He also earned a PhD in rhetoric and public culture from Northwestern University. And listen, last but definitely not least,
just a regular Negro from the hood,
gentleman
man.
that we have admired from afar.
Stop, just stop.
He
Stop.
is doing some unprecedented things. And Carrie Douglas was like, listen, he's a part of family. I said, yes, he is. But you know, as the young folks say, we got to put some respect on his name. What I admire about Pastor Mike McClure, not only is he first of all, new artist, 5-time Stellar Award nominee. Y'all have all heard the hit song, It's Gonna Be Big. Not only, many say he pastors the fastest growing church in Birmingham, but I say he pastors one of the fastest growing churches in America. But what I am honored the most about a fairly young pastor is just recently, he partnered up with some organization and to give close to $1 million to individuals in Birmingham to help liquidate, I believe it was, medical debt. And we're honored to have him. These are the kind of brothers we have on the call, on this conversation today, and we're so thankful. Brothers, glad to have y'all with us today.
Glad to be here, man.
Now check this out. I used to work for Reverend Jackson. It's been years. I think I gotta update that, man.
Well, see, that means you still done something that us youngsters dream about. So
yeah,
man,
we was hanging out the other day, but you giving me degrees and you giving me jobs. You my guy. You my guy.
Well, listen, my brothers. We all witnessed the murder of brother George Floyd.
Yes.
We witnessed a white police officer put his knee in George Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. We witnessed George Floyd crying out for his mother. We witnessed George Floyd gasping, saying, I can't breathe. We witnessed a modern day lynching of yet another black man. And as ignorant as this question may sound, I want to know, when you saw the video, what emotions and what thoughts came to mind? That's for anyone to jump in. What emotions? Pastor Mike.
I believe, like my brothers on the call, we're still trying. We haven't had time to process what we felt. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, seeing it as a black man, I felt anger. Seeing it as a pastor, it made me question a lot of things that I believe. And having sons, and uh, again, the initial reaction is, here we go again. Here we go again. I think if we must be honest, I said this morning. I believe America owes. I believe America owes Black America free counseling. I'm gonna be honest with you. We just find ourselves in a position where we still haven't had time to process what we're seeing. I think, like many of us, I'm gonna go ahead and call him Dr. Hall, Pastor. All of us, we have to understand. We immediately go into hero mode. You know,
Mm.
what does my city need? What do my members need? What does the community need? So to me, I'm still processing that pain. I watched the entire video for the first time yesterday. It was hard for me to make it through it because anybody who's watched the video understands the majority of the video, he's unconscious.
Yeah.
And you're
Right.
trying to process, what am I watching right now? How are they just doing this? And so for me, I think it's still shock, awe, anger, questions, and still trying to process my feelings.
Mm. Mm. Any other brothers?
You know, it's like this, similar to what Pastor Mike just said. I'm just gonna be honest. I hope my mama ain't watching. I was like, damn,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? And
I
the
like
reason
it.
the reason being is that I mean I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, 15-year-old boy gets shot. You know what I'm saying? Just literally 15 times. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's just like damn, you know, that's it. Like I ain't gonna lie, I just stuck with the damn. He got shot 15 times with Kwame Johnson, not 15 years old, but I'm like, man, here we go again. Here we go again with this public lynching to position white supremacy once again embedded in our minds. And basically, essentially, here we gonna go with this agenda. Y'all better act right or else.
Mm.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I was down there with Reverend. Reverend Jackson and I was down there Thursday, went back Saturday. And to be honest with you, man, that blood was talking.
Mm.
And that blood wasn't saying, like, I didn't feel the kumbaya. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. I'm like, man, the war has started. Like the
Mm.
revolution has started. And so I was like, damn, we in the middle of a revolution. And I'm
Mm.
not about to sit down on the sideline. Like all the stuff that we see in the museums, you know what I mean? And you know, all the stuff that we see on the History Channel or all the stuff that, you know, for us, we're like, man, I wish no, it's here. Like I don't feel that none of this changed, just the clothes of the Giants changed.
Mm.
So real talk, man, when I got back on the plane coming home, then the whole city of Chicago went up. Literally riots. Smoke everywhere, police everywhere. I mean, so for about now the 6th day, all I've been saying is, damn, that's it. Like,
Lord have mercy. Mm.
It's crazy. In what world do we have to deal with a pandemic and police? You know, corona and corruption. It's like right now, and I feel you from the bottom of my heart, man. It's an emotion.
Brother Mills. I mean, I thought it was me. I thought something froze in the video, and I'm glad we caught that moment because that was real.
I hope you're honest, man. I hope you're honest, man.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Well, one of the reasons Kerry was hesitant about even coming here, and this is his show. He just couldn't make it, but he was hesitant because even after weeks, days have gone by, he's still angry. And he's like, I don't want to get up publicly in front of thousands of folk and I just blow up. I just blow up. And what bothers me is when we've been treated like second-class citizens, like animals for 400 plus years, and you don't give us the right to be angry. That's what makes it worse. You don't give us the right to be angry. Yeah. That bothers me. That bothers me even more. That you are not that humane to, while you're on my neck, I should have the right to cry out for blood. Should have that right, that expression. But brother, the protests and the public outrage that sparked after the murder, it has been unprecedented. We've never seen nothing like every state in America, every state has had a protest comprised of individuals of every ethnic group, creed, even protests, as you know, across the seas in other countries. My question is, Black people for centuries have been murdered and treated like mere animals by law enforcement in white America. What was it about Brother Floyd's murder that provoked so much tension and attention? What is your perspective on that?
I believe. Jumping.
Go ahead, yeah.
You got it, Hall.
No, if you ever look at the stove, none of the eyes are on the stove. There's still something called a pilot light. And if you throw gasoline on the stove that's technically off, it's still going to catch on fire because the pilot light is lit. First of all, that's America, right? These systematic tools of oppression have been here for decades, thousands of years, starting with Jesus. Jesus cried out for his father. George cried out for his mother. Jesus said, essentially, hey, I can't breathe. He breathed his last breath because he was suffocated. This brother was suffocated, right? All of that's in the soil of this world. And the reason why it blew up is because, number one, you got a president that is storing gas on systems that, number one, he and his ancestors established in this country. So he got the gasoline, and then number two, everybody has a breaking point. And in this country, when we saw the video of Ahmaud, that right there was more gasoline. And I think that people finally, in this decade, this is the first year in this new decade, people came into this decade looking for a revolution and got thrown into a revolution. As that is. And so you take the bigotry, you take the hatred that comes from the top, and you that messaging every single day. And it's only a matter of time before there's a breaking of people that say enough is enough. And it took that to trigger that rage that we all got within us, that flipping over the table type rage, right? That cracking the whip like, nah, there's no order in this here. There's no love, there's no justice. It took that situation to really get us there.
Has this sparked something new in your spirit, in your mind, in your psyche, that I don't know, like for me, I feel like I failed. You know, I'm a part of the AME Zion Church, you know, home of Harriet Tubman, you know, Sojourner Truth. I feel like I failed. We've been doing our part, but I feel like I haven't been doing enough. And it just brought so much more of a zeal. Has anything new sparked into you saying, listen, we've been protesting for years, but something's new has got to happen? What has it been for you?
I think one of the other reasons why this has brought everyone to a boil is because, and I say this in all humility, I feel like George Floyd's death removed all excuses for white America. You know, every other situation, we don't have the full answer. We don't have the full picture. There's always he was shot, but he was doing, or this happened, but this was happening. For 8 minutes and 46 seconds, even your most left-wing, right-wing individuals, all of us sit back and say, man, like this is real. I believe we find ourselves in the belly of the fish like Jonah. We're boxed in. We're at home. People are frustrated. People are getting sick. It's called a compound fracture to me. It's one of those things that we've been locked in the home. You telling me I can't breathe. You telling me I can't leave my home. People are losing jobs. I'm sick. Then what happens with our dear brother Ahmaud? I'm in the house. I'm trying to process that. So for Black America, I have a white person killing me. Now I have the people I'm supposed to run to for safety killing me. It's compounded. I think it's one of those things to where if I put my hand over my nose, I can breathe out my mouth. But with Ahmaud, they put their hand on our nose. With this, they put their hand on our mouth. And now I have to fight to breathe. I believe what took place since quarantine has been suffocating the life out of Black people. Think about this psychology. Corona shows up, shut the world down. The statistics come back. It only affects Black people a certain way. Dang, now we can't even go outside. A brother goes for a jog. Now we can't even jog. A brother is now arrested and killed in front of us. Now I can't even trust the police. And I believe what we have to understand is that this right here, and one thing I'm glad you said that. So many pastors are telling me, Pastor Mike, I feel like I failed. I want to come against that because you haven't failed. I really believe that the reason so many spiritual leaders are feeling inadequate is because this is a movement that is starting not from the top down, but from the bottom up.
Say that again. So
it's not starting from the top down, it's starting from the bottom up. When this happened to our grandparents, our leaders called us to march. What's happening now is we're having to catch up. We're not finding out about the marches until they're already in progress. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a paradigm shift. But I really believe what we have to do right now is just embrace what's happening. And we have to, I had the news called me the other day and said, how do you feel about the looting and so and so, so and so? And I wouldn't take the interview because right now as pastors, I believe the biggest contraceptive to Black movement has been the need to be like Christ. And I know I may get in trouble with that.
Go ahead.
But I believe every time Black people rise up, they throw on us, well, what would Jesus do? And